Lokesh Jindal, Mr. Kargil in his tweet today says, are we creating professional soldiers only by 6 months of training? Soldiers join the army out of patriotism, not to earn a living. एक पैराग्राफ के नीचे ये लिखा हुआ है, अग्निवीर do not get any pension, no gratuity, no family pension, no liberalized family pension and no education allowance for these children. What is going on? You can't make up your mind on what point to pick on?
Pranesh, what's wrong in what he has written? Can you tell me what's wrong?
I just read out the 2 tweets.
A person doesn't even get a graduation degree in 3 to 4 years, and you're talking about having a professional soldier who will be protecting the country. For a doctor, for a lawyer, I mean, there are 4 to 5 years of complete formal education required so that the person becomes a surgeon and somebody to whom we leave our life and our future upon. Now, soldiers who will be protecting us
Mr.
from
Lokesh Jindal,
from invasion and
if the Congress party is so concerned about the soldiers, what have you done against the likes of Sandeep Dixit, who used the phrase "Sadak ke gunde"? Mr. Surjewala, who called Pulwama attack a homegrown terror incident. What have you done? Those who doubted the surgical strikes and said, "Saboot kahan hai? Give us the saboot." What have you done against them? What has Mr. Kargil, 1 minute, what has Mr. Kargil said about Mr. Channi? One sentence clarification on Mr. Channi is not going to cut ice with people, sir.
Now,
What action have you taken against the former Punjab CM?
Had the government deprived Amritpal Singh of his citizenship, neither he could have contested the elections, nor he would have.
But you will not condemn.
In the parliament.
But you will not condemn.
Which is the
How does
government-
that stop you from
which is the
condemning
government in
Amritpal
power?
Singh?
You do one thing. Put us in the government, allow us to form a government, and then we will tell you what the reform is and how the country is to be governed.
So that's up to the people. I am also a
It is up
voter.
to the government.
My vote, no,
It is up to
1
the
minute. I am
government to take
Lokesh
measures.
Jindal. Look, Lokesh Jindal. Now, don't tell me that you have to be in part to criticize, someone who advocates for a separate
No, to
Khalistan,
execute-
someone who assaults the
execute
idea of
important
India.
decisions.
What is this logic? RSN Singh,
Administration never-
RSN Singh, now the Congress wants to come to power to be able to be in a position to condemn terror.
No, today is Kargil Day, so as an ex-soldier, I hope you will extend me the courtesy of listening to me very carefully. My submission will not be political, but sorry, you can't keep politics out of it when so much is being spoken. But some bizarre, I should say preposterous, outlandish statements are being made that 6 months of training is not enough. And somebody made a preposterous, again comment I heard that the Chinese soldiers, they're trained for 7 years. Have a heart. Here we are talking about basic training, right? Basic training. By the way, before Agniveer, what was the duration of training? Does anybody know in the panel? It was 9 months. So 9 months, you reduce it to 6 months. Then he goes to the unit, and every unit, after a person joins, like my unit is somewhere on the frontiers in a high altitude area. The unit that I served in, and I'm in constant touch. So training continues there. What do you think soldiers do on the frontiers? They just sleep, eat and sleep inside their bunkers. Training is constantly on. Until I almost left service, let me tell you, I kept doing courses after courses. Now, if that is, take the example of 71 war. People were commissioned early, 3 or 4 months earlier, just put into battle. They had not done even young officers course, where you are taught the basic of tactics. अब आप बताइए कि क्या recruitment इस caveat के साथ होता है कि you will not be committed into war or battle unless you have done 7 years of training. ऐसा होता है क्या? ऐसा होता है? तो ये बताइए आप. अच्छा, today is Kargil Day, and why it is so special, the different wars. Look, I am a student of military history, strategy, geopolitics. Why was this war so different? This war was different exactly because of the same thing. Because this war was won by the tenacity, the character, the professionalism of young officers. Do you know anybody who joins Ordnance or Supply Corps, he has to do a tenure, 1 year tenure with the infantry. Again, it's a part of training. नहीं तो उसको IMA से आप direct भेज देते हैं Indian military academies. So many of the martyrs, soldiers, officers, who were martyred during Kargil war, they were from ASC, AOC, and they were doing an attachment with the infantry. ये क्या logic है साहब? अच्छा ये साहब ने कहा 7 years तो लगता है बनाने में. Sir, please go back to history. Till 1976, the colored service in the army was just 7 years. किसकी सरकार थी? I don't have to say. It was just 7 years, and after 7 years, they were said, thank you, bye-bye. If we need, we'll call you. They were not given any package. They were not given any package. You are taking a boy. How do you test him? You test him up. You make him run 1 mile in 6 minutes. I don't know what are this thing. Then you ask him to do certain pull-ups. Then you carry out a thorough medical checkup.
I think Lokesh Jindal has got the drift of what you want to say. He wants to answer.
Sir, we had